So like, how much influence do you have? That's your leverage. That's what you bargain with brands with, and that's what ends the money. So a brand is thinking, if I want to engage this creator, and they make a video for me, like, what's the possible output? Can I make 1,000 sales from this person? Would it just be amplification? Maybe like 1,000,000 people would watch this video, but like there will be no sales. So influence is really tied to like what output you can provide to a business. So the higher your influence, the more you can charge as a creator. So now, like, how do you build influence? You see, as creators, you have to understand influence is directly tied to community. Like, how much community have you been able to build? What's one thing they know you as? You see some people like, you have a YouTube page, but like, they go to your YouTube, they don't know what you do. You post travel content, you post education. Like, sometimes you're just trying everything, but like, they can't tie you to something. There's nothing you really have influence over. And eventually, you could get popular, you could go viral, but virality is not sustained without community. You're just going to go viral, and then you struggle to remain viral, and then you get irrelevant. So community is really the heart of what gives you money as a creator, because now people trust you for something. If you're a travel vlogger and you have a community of people that love travel, it means you have influence in that community. If brand can come and meet you and you can sell things to people in the travel community. But like when you have no influence, no community, you're just everywhere. That's one thing. To monetize, you really have to have that influence. Then like secondly, they have to see, I tell some creators, you need to run yourself like a company, run yourself like a startup. There's so many things people do that they can commercially charge for, that they just give for free. For example, like, you have a creator that does a meeting with a brand, and like in that meeting, they're talking about what they want to achieve. Let's say they want to launch a new product, and you see like that creator did a lot of brainstorming with them in there, like, oh, this is how I can make this video to apply to my audience and all of that. And like the brand may not go with you, but like that's an idea you give them, and like they go to another creator who might be cheaper than you. Like, you've done a lot of the heavy lifting for them because you understand the audience more than the brand does. So these are also some of the things that you need to, as a creator, run your life efficiently. If you have a manager, that's great. If you don't, you have AI now. AI can manage your life. You literally create a ChatGPT chat explaining who you are as a creator, what you want to achieve. Tell it you want it to be a manager. Then like every day you can ask like, what should I do today? And to really structure your life. It's just that people don't believe how much AI can help them. So that's also one thing there. And then as a creator, I'll give you an example. Like we can make a creator hypothetically here and then see what are the kind of tools that we can leverage for this creator to make more money. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure you can commercialize your influence as quickly as possible. And that means if you let's even water it down. Let's say you're a skill maker and you don't have a niche. You're just a skill maker that makes funny content. So you're not like niche to one industry, it's just comedy. Now, how do you actually commercialize that? Because it's very difficult for people to take you serious when you're very early. You're probably like getting like 500 views, 1,000 views. But like, when you think of it, have you met 1,000 people in a place at the same time? Have you seen what 1,000 people look like? That's a crowd. That's a significant number. But what happens is, most people that have 1,000 views, it's probably like just 20 real people. But like if you have 1,000 strong people, like if you have a community, say like you have an Instagram page, have 1,000 comments consistently on every post, you know, like that's very influential. But like when someone has 1,000 views, why that's not really accredited to like, like you're not sure it's 1,000 people. So I think as a creator, the first thing you have to do to commercialize your audience is like speak to your followers as much as possible. And I can give you steps to this. I think like your first 500 followers really take determine how big you really get. How much you can connect with your first 500 people. People are just lazy because realistically, before you get to 500 followers, you should have like a very close bond. If you actually want to build like a career of content creation, you should have a close bond with your followers. Know what people are following you for. Know what they like about it. Get feedback very quickly. Know what people don't like, and then when you get to like 500, just think about it. Like most people don't have up to 500 friends in their life. So if you have 500 people that are consistently rooting for you, I assure you that's enough leverage to speak to any brand and say, here's what I do. On a weekly, I get emails from creators who come and say like they want to create content for the brand, or maybe we do a campaign for a company and they want to be part of the campaign. And like one of the first things I never look at followers. I just try to look, does this creator have a niche? Do people follow them for something? So for example, I do more business in the skincare and beauty space. So that's the first thing I'm looking at. So when I go to a creator's profile, I'm never looking at followers. Like I don't care about 500,000 followers, about 1,000. What I'm looking at is, are people commenting? What exactly are they commenting about? Do they know what this person represents? Is this person trying to build an audience around something, or like they're just posting random things? Because like when you're posting random things, I don't know if your customers, if like your audience are my customers. But like when everyone is following you for something, so for example, like you're a travel vlogger, and then like a business like Wakana comes to you, like they know like your audience are their followers. So they want those people that follow you for that reason to either buy into your product or sell it. And like that's the same thing I do for brands. I just look for creators that align heavily to the niche that they do business in. So you have to be known for something, and even if you're doing comedy or something like a general niche, like just have a style, have a brand identity. Most people just want to see this is what is trending right now, and I just want to copy it. Like it has no personal feel, there's no identity of tying that to you. So some of the core things are like be true to yourself, be authentic. That's what kills competition. Authenticity kills competition. When you look at so many people in Nigeria, like when you get popular, you start looking for people that look like you. And I don't know if you've seen that, but it just shows you like once you get famous, a lot of people like start trying to replicate what you do, try to talk like you, try to walk like you, try to do how you do, because that is the typical bandwagon mentality. So you have to be authentic. Like any niche is possible. You can literally look for the most random thing that you're so passionate about, that you're obsessed with, and build a whole career out of that. People have become very popular just like unboxing toys, and like that's such an interesting thing to people. So like just find your identity and build around it. That's a core. Like that's what brands buy into. That's really what, when brands come to me and say, we want to do this campaign, we need creators and influencers that we can tie to. That's the first thing we look at. Are these people authentic? Do they really have like a following of people who know their niche? And after that, we're going to the other things. So how exactly can you as a solo creator now leverage on some of the AI tools that exist? I believe almost everyone uses ChatGPT nowadays, so I won't start with that, but treat ChatGPT like treat it like your first follower. Before you put a video out there, try to upload it, tell it to critique this video, ask it what the video is about. So like before you put out to the general public, you already have some private scrutiny from ChatGPT, like what can I do better? What's the quality of this video? Is the lighting great? ChatGPT can do all of that for you right now. You can also like generate a lot of, because like you can engineer virality really. That's one thing I really believe in. Like you can engineer virality. If you really understand what makes a lot of videos go viral, either the hook, how they draw you in. You see, like there's always a pattern to that. So you can engineer virality. ChatGPT can also help you with that. And I also think very heavily into how to monetize. If you're able to break down all of the small parts parts in the process. So this is something I've seen that differentiates a creator that probably charges $10,000 for a video and a creator that charges maybe like $500K for a video. It's that they break down the entire process, and all of it from when the idea is for a brand, they charge for it. When they make a video, first draft, they charge for it. When you have to like idea the game over iterations, like they charge for all of their steps, and they tell you that people do this. So you're paying for an entire team. They're not just paying for like that influencer, you're paying for the whole team, the photographer, person running the ideas, person doing the copywriting, and like doing all of that. That way, sometimes it's just two people, just one person even doing all that work. But the work is done, so like they charge for it. So you have to think of yourself like a company. I love when I meet creators that run themselves, they run their career like a business. There are people for certain things. You meet those people, their processes, and like that's what you pay for. That's what brands pay for, because if people believe in you enough to come work for you, that means like you have something good going on. So that's also like something I would really advise on, because then you can monetize great. You can tell people, even though I don't do a video for you, if I don't make content for you, you can pay for my ideation, and I'll just give you the ideas based on how I understand your industry. I can give you an idea. You can run it with any creator you want if you want to work with me. So you've already commercialized the ideation, and then you can commercialize it. Most of the time, a lot of creators don't also know like what they have rights to. In terms of like, you make a video for someone, like they put it on a billboard, but did they pay for that rights? So like all of those around licensing and rights to your image, those are also things I think you should like get a lot of information on. Sometimes like you're just leaving too much money on the table. There are people that even when they do like a brand shoot for you, you still have to pay them to put that on the billboard. You have to pay them based on the area of usage for their photography. So you also have to understand all of those things. And I tell people, there's no now in the content sphere, there's nothing that really limits you to work with Nigerian brands. Like there's nothing that says you can't really work with brands in the US or brands in all these other countries. So it just depends on like how you're able to sell yourself. Because there are a lot of brands that also they want the Nigerian audience. That's just what they want. Especially on Twitter, you can see a lot of brands realize maybe because like we have high unemployment rates, but like people are always applying. So they just want to tap into that audience, and they're looking for creators. And sometimes like you disqualify yourself. You think they're always going for like the biggest guys, but like they just want the small creators that know what they're doing. So I think one part of it is also like just realizing you can reach out to brands. As a creator, you don't have to wait for the brands to come to you. You can niche out. I want to reach out to brands in this industry. You find out who are the key players, country by country, and you reach out to them. I've seen people who you just see them getting brand deals every now and then because you don't understand. They run their career like an entire company. There's someone that's their job to go out and look for opportunities for them, and that's not even their manager. That's the person's job to go get brand partnerships, to go look for brands that align with their career. So that's also something I would really advise. I'll just keep some time so I can ask some questions. But I think I've been able to rub off on the fundamental, really, how to monetize your career as a creator.